I'd like to call to order the Wyoming Valley West School District regular January meeting, Wednesday, January 10th at 7:09. Roll call, please.
Mr. Wilson,
Here.
Mr. Damascus,
Here.
Mr. Hardwick,
Here.
Mr. Keating,
Here.
Mr. McGinley,
Present.
Mr. Perfetto,
Here.
Mr. Kubuski,
Here.
Mrs. Cassatt. Here. Mr. Kamis.
Here. A moment of silence followed by the salute to the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag, of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to announce there was an executive session held prior to this meeting to discuss personnel items. Student representatives, Ms. Mahoney and Mr. Brew, please.
Freshman Peyton. Freshman Peyton Cardillo designed holiday cards which were distributed to the high school faculty and also over 100 residents at local nursing homes.
Can you hear that?
Barely.
Yeah,
We're
give
sorry.
it-
Could you?
Thank you. Freshman Peyton Cardillo designed holiday cards which were distributed to the high school faculty and also over 100 residents at local nursing homes for the holiday season. Kyra Han, Sharon Lynn, Gabriella Marsola, and Chloe Orfanella were selected by the faculty as seniors of the month for the month of December. The students were honored at a breakfast with a faculty guest of their choosing. They received a certificate from administration and their photograph will be featured in the local newspaper and on the high school webpage. Congratulations, seniors. The high school will have a club day on Tuesday, January 23rd. The high school is finishing up the winter wave of the Keystone exams this week. All schools will be closed on Monday, January 15th in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. On Friday, January 19th, the Student Council is having their annual blood drive in conjunction with the American Red Cross. The Mickey Mouse Club is traveling to Disney World from January 22nd to January 26th.
The third marking period begins on Friday, January 26th. Friday, January 26th is also an Act 80 with an early dismissal for students. Senior Kristen Griffiths was featured on PA Live yesterday for her community service initiative Unstoppable, advocating for those with cerebral palsy. Kristen wrote a children's book called Unstoppable Amelia, focusing on a girl with cerebral palsy starting a new school and the challenges she faces. The book will be available later this month. Congratulations to sophomore student Nora Zekis for being accepted as a candidate for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society LLS 2024 Student Visionaries of the Year SVOY campaign. Each student participating in this annual fundraising challenge taking place across the country are to be commended for their amazing leadership, passion to find a cure for blood cancer, and involvement in the community. SVOY is a national 7-week challenge through which high school student leaders raise funds and awareness for the fight against blood cancers, while cultivating leadership skills that will help them in all aspects of their lives. The Lehigh Valley and Northeast PA Market campaign kicked off on January 5th, 2024, and culminates at our grand finale in the Center Valley on February 24th, 2024. The funds raised benefit the LLS mission to find a cure for leukemia, lymphoma, Hodgkin's disease, and lymphoma, and to improve the quality of life for patients and their families. Nora is running for the title of Student Visionary of the Year in honor of Charlie, age 15, a Warren County, New Jersey pediatric blood cancer survivor who has demonstrated incredible strength while facing an unimaginable cancer battle when she was just 3 years old. Please consider donating. Good luck, Nora.
Thank you both very much.
Mr. Tosh, do you have anything this evening?
Yeah, just two things, Mr. Camus. As the girls said, this Monday, January 15th, Martin Luther King holiday, schools will be closed. And also the Dana Street Elementary Center Title I inaugural literacy program has been rescheduled from last night due to the inclement weather to next Tuesday, January the 16th. This is the first ever Title I literacy night to be held at Dana from 6 to 8 in the evening. And I'd highly recommend this opportunity for Dana Street parents and guardians and students to come out and learn some activities and games to do at home with your children and improve different areas of reading. Come out and enjoy the fun activities with your children and their teachers, hot chocolate, cookies, play bingo, and you can take some books home for free. That's next Tuesday night, 6 to 8, literacy night at Dana Elementary. Thank you, Mr. Camus.
Thank you, Mr. Tosh, for the update this evening. Statements from interested citizens. We have no one on our list this evening. Moving on. I'm going to ask for a motion to amend our agenda this evening to table item number 11 under staff recommended action items to table Justin Ambrosia. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Damascus?
Yes.
Mr. Hardwick?
Yes.
Mr. Keating?
Yes.
Mr. McGinley,
Yes.
Mr. Profetto?
Yes.
Mr. Kubuski?
Yes.
Mrs. Cassatt? Yes. Mr. Camus?
Yes. Thank you. Moving on. Committee reports. Mr. Damascus, anything this evening?
Just an update for the athletic committee that, during our work session, we reviewed some of the changes or recommendations for the field, for the replacement of the turf. So we have all those, documents signed, I believe. I think they were all signed, right, Dave?
Yes,
And,
they were.
So that they'll be hopefully coming up with an estimate soon on when they'll be able to start that work. So in the order process and go from there.
Excellent. Brian, again, thank you for taking that on.
Yep.
Really appreciate it.
Nothing on technology.
Thank you. Mr. Keating, do you have anything for finance or contracts?
Just again, that we're actively working on resolving the vacancy in the business manager's office. I see Mr. Guidosh is here, and if Mr. Buffer is listening, please include in your article that the position is still open, that we're still seeking applicants for the job. We've not closed the window on that. We're hoping to have
Front page?
yeah.
Front page?
Why not? The other thing, we're just pleased to report is just by, taking a quick peek at our year-ending bank statement, the changes that we've made in our banking, the RFP that we've awarded, will result in an additional $85,000 a month in interest earnings based on the cash balance that is in the year-ending general fund bank statement. I have nothing further to see.
Thank you, Mr. Keating. That's very exciting about the interest. Mr. McGinley, do you have anything on education and
Well-
policy?
Actually, I was waiting for tonight to make sure our committee's together, but I spent some time with Mr. Tosh and his staff team going over some policies, and they really did a great job. There was a lot of good information. A lot of people were reviewing everything and analyzing it, and I really thought it was great. We will start with that when we have our committee, but I really appreciate the work that they did.
Thank you, Mr. McGinley, very much. Mr. Hardwick, do you have anything?
Yeah, I'll start with the easier one. I gave everybody a handout. I apologize. I didn't have enough for everybody in the auditorium. But it is a 30,000 foot view of our ESSER program and where we stand. And at this point, if you look at the top table, ESSER 1 was $1,512,000 and change. It is closed, meaning it is done as far as the state and the granting system goes. And all of our final expenditure reports are filed. ESSER 2, which was a value of about $7 million $393,000. That is also closed. And as well, the financial expenditure reports have been filed. So ESSER 3 is the active grant program that's in place now. Just, you can read through most of it, but the takeaways are, at this point, this closes in August 30th of 2024. What that means is we have to have these projects started and billings started prior to that close date. And I may lean on either Mr. Rivera or Kim Walk for any input to add to it. But you see a breakdown where the ESSER 3 spending on this front page, these are the topics, these are the areas that are being addressed through the 20% learning loss, which was about $3 million. It's actually $2,991,000 of that total has to be spent on lost learning programs. So you see there's additional professional staff, there's social and emotional learning, there's tutoring, there's interventions for learning loss and support for teachers, and then educational technologies. What you don't have, and I do, is page 2, and that's the 80% of that dollar figure, and that 80% is about $1,960,000. It's very simple, and we've been talking about it a lot. That includes the Dana Street. It does not include Dana Street. We've put the Dana Street aside for 3rd Ave, elementary school construction and design services, the middle school construction and design services, and the business support services for the grant management. So that basically concludes my report for ESSERS, unless there's any questions. Then I'll tell you very quickly on special education. Spoke with Mario. We're going to try to get scheduled for the month of February. Board education, probably be an hour to 2-hour segment. Hopefully she'll be able to put that together with the attorney, Chris Baumbach, who participated in the past. It was very worthwhile to me, and I hope that it works out just as well going forward. I know it'll work out, just in getting a good overview of our special education system here in the district. And that concludes what I have, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hardwick. Mr. Dick, did you have anything for Safety Committee this evening? Thank you. Buildings and grounds. Frank, from what I understand, they're going to be they're measuring ducts, and they're going to starting to looking at laying out ducts and how they're going to put everything in the hallways.
Yes, met the other day trying to develop a good schedule, started doing some duct work, some steam lines in order to get some of the duct work in, but schedule not completed right now.
Excellent. I'm assuming we stayed above water at 3rd Ave with the pump, or?
Yes, pumps have worked well since they've been completed.
Good, excellent. Great to hear, great to hear. That's all I have this evening. I have a motion to approve the reorganization meeting minutes from December 13, 2023, and a motion to approve the regular minutes from December 13th, 2023 for the board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. General recommended action items, items number 1 through 54. We've all had these in front of us. Do we have any more additional? Oh, yes. Yes, thank you, Jen, very much. Thank you, thank you. 1 through 54. If we pay attention to item number 51.
49.
And, oh, yes, and 49. I was looking for that. Let's go through 49 first. May I have a motion to appoint board member to the West Side Seat Joint Operating Committee?
I'll make a motion to appoint Nick Wilson to the West Side CTC Joint Operating Committee.
I'll second the motion.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
Mr. Damascus,
Yes.
Mr. Hardwick,
Yes.
Mr. Keating,
Yes.
Mr. McGinley,
Yes.
Mr. Perfetto,
Yes.
Mr. Kubuski,
Yes.
Mrs. Cassatt,
Yes.
Mr. Kamis.
Yes. On item number 49 as well, we will also need an alternate, a name for an alternate.
I would make a
Mr.
motion to appoint Mark Kubuski,
Second.
as the alternate.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. On a roll call, please.
Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
Mr. Damascus,
Yes.
Mr. Hardwick,
Yes.
Mr. Keating,
Yes.
Mr. McGinley,
Yes.
Mr. Perfetto,
Yes.
Mr. Kubuski,
Yes.
Mrs. Cassatt,
Yes.
Mr. Kamis.
Yes. And if we pay attention to item number 51, we need to appoint a board member to the Luzerne Intermediate Unit 18. May I have a motion for a board member, please? Mr. McGinley?
I'll make a motion to appoint Tim McGinley to the LIU for a 3-year period.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
Mr. Damascus,
Yes.
Mr. Hardwick,
Yes.
Mr. Keating,
Yes.
Mr. McGinley,
Yes.
Mr. Perfetto,
Yes.
Mr. Kubuski,
Yes.
Mrs. Cassatt,
Yes.
Mr. Kamis.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. So with those names added, under general recommended action items action items 1 through 54. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
A motion and a second. May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
Mr. Damascus,
Yes.
Mr. Hardwick,
Yes.
Mr. Keating,
Yes.
Mr. McGinley,
Yes.
Mr. Perfetto,
Yes.
Mr. Kubuski,
Yes.
Mrs. Cassatt,
Yes.
Mr. Kamis.
Yes. Okay, moving on. Staff recommended action items. Items 1 through the new 11. Keep in mind that we will be tabling, the hiring of Justin Ambrosia. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
Mr. Damascus,
Yes.
Mr. Hardwick,
Yes.
Mr. Keating,
Yes.
Mr. McGinley,
Yes.
Mr. Perfetto,
Yes.
Mr. Kubuski,
Yes.
Mrs. Cassatt,
Yes.
Mr. Kamis.
Yes. On number 11, finance recommended action items. So may I have a motion for bills for payment, please?
I make a motion to pay the bills as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
Mr. Damascus,
Yes.
Mr. Hardwick,
Yes.
Mr. Keating,
Yes.
Mr. McGinley,
Yes.
Mr. Perfetto,
Yes.
Mr. Kubuski,
Yes.
Mrs. Cassatt,
Yes.
Mr. Kamis.
Yes. Board member comments, go around the table. Mr. McGinley, do you have anything this evening?
Not tonight, thank you.
Mr. Gabuski, do you have anything?
I do not, thank you.
Mr. Perfetto?
I do not, thank you.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes, Mr. Cavus, I just like to give a shout out. I saw in the news today that, senior field hockey player Olivia Yellen was named Citizens Voice Player of the Year, so it's always
Awesome.
good to see a Spartan in the spotlight,
Absolutely.
so congratulations to her.
Thank you for recognizing that too, Mr. Wilson. Appreciate it. Mr. Hardwick?
I have nothing.
Mr. Keating?
I have nothing, Mr. Camus.
Mrs. Cassatt?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm good. Thank you.
Mr. Tosh, we'll end it with
good.
you.
Thank you.
All right, our next scheduled meeting will be Wednesday, February 7th, 2024, and it will be here. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.